At action. What are you looking at? That is a hammock gear incubator around a Grand Trunk Tech single. The shiny thing is just a piece of shot cord I use to kind of, if you don't know the incubator, it has some little provisions along with its nice hammock-like shape that let you help secure it, especially if you have smaller hammocks. I find that useful. But the trunk deck over there has been a very nice hammock. Blowing over top is a Yukon Outfitters kind of camouflage spray painted tarp. The Yukon Outfitters diamond shape has been a really nice tarp. It's been real windy the last couple days, and that's been staying good here in Pappy's yard doing some railroad ties. Where am I? Well, this is a beautiful this is a Warbonnet Blackbird in topless mode. This is another doodad. I got a Hammock Gear Ridgeline organizer. I'm wearing the NU17 Nitecore headlamp. And I didn't even think this might be about headlamps, but that's where I get that shot cord on that bottom quilt. This is the popular, I think they call it a Nitecore NU25, but forgive me if I butcher it. And this kind of floods the light out just a little bit better for hiking and stuff. I didn't love the shot cord modification I did. I'm sure there's better ways to do it. Maybe you guys could see it. Like when it tilts down, I feel like maybe it's kind of hitting the shot cord. It just doesn't tilt down that far. Not that it's bad or anything. It works good. I like it. All right, But the headband on this NU17 is great. It's just more of a spotlight. It definitely has the duller beams. This doodad, since we're talking electronics, it's just a little radio, a crank radio, in case you run all the way out of power. You can crank. I have one in my backpack that's just solely a crank and a 2,000 milliamp battery. I actually ended up somewhere once in Las Vegas, way up above it. It was really just hiking through neighborhoods on the way out, like pop-up neighborhoods under construction, and there's just no water. And I could not get a text out to my cousin to pick me up. I went the whole bulk of the night without water. I finally got to like a little water spigot behind some bushes in some neighborhood. But if I just could have cranked that sucker, I could have, I suppose, had a little more power to get a text off instead of be taking pictures. Dedicated camera. It kind of brought me into more dedicated cameras because they use such less power. You can leave your phone off. But that said, everything's going good. These Blackbirds get you, if you're into diagonal lays. Sorry about zooming in on my feet. These Blackbird hammocks get you super diagonal. And it's one of the more comfortable hammocks, I think. Like, I'm a pad man, they call me, because I usually use smaller hammocks with just like a pad. But this one gets you pretty darn flat with no shoulder scrunch. I paid a pretty good price for it used. It's a multi-cam Blackbird, kind of like a rare XLC. So it's an 11-foot hammock, and it zips on both the top, kind of like a cover, the same multicam for like the winter, and a screen for the bugs, a bug net. It has a shelf and everything. I really like it in this mode. I don't know if I'm too much digging the whole shelf and screen, and I just don't like setting too many cords up. And I'm sure if the mosquitoes come out, I would be digging the screens, but so far I don't know. I'm between a detached net and not. But that's the Grand Trunks are pretty comfortable. Your arms just settle into a nice area on that bottom quilt. And if I put my pad in there, it's even, I don't know, it just mixes it up. Like, No matter what, I still take a pad just to mix it up. I'm sure there's people that only take their hammocks and no pad, but I'm gone for a long time. Sometimes on a train, I blow up that pad or crash in somebody's apartment or sleep on the beach type of thing. But oh, enough hammock talk. Why do I have two ridge lines? It's because I use X-Ped slit line at the end of my tree straps. So it all started when straps getting frozen. If there's enough extra strap, I just lace the two straps together. And anymore, I'm running these, I'll zoom in on it if I can. These hammock gear tree straps are pretty nice. I just connect them to the slit line. So effectively, my top 4 feet or so, whatever that is, 1.2 meters is a tree strap with slots in it, and then it goes into the ladder corridor slit line extreme, and that then I can button and toggle different things into that, or toggle them together. Even if I lost my hammock, I don't even technically need anything but a loop on my hammock, I suppose. But I'll leave people be. Get a new data card for my phone or something, a new SD card, which a lot of phones, they're phasing those out. Dang. I mean, I'm still old-fashioned. I just waste all my SD space on these little videos, and maybe they make it to you, maybe they don't. But the old Backpacker Brooks, Builder Brooks, Hammocking Guy Brooks, Biker Brooks, Backpacker Brooks, Builder Brooks. What my name's gonna be. I gotta get out on the trails more and get a trail name or something.